What happens when one of the highest principles of British democracy is violated, not by the opposition, but by the very party preparing to govern? On the 2nd of June, chaos erupted in the heart of Westminster. Speaker of the House Sir Lindsay Hoyle, calm, authoritative, and rarely stirred, stood up with fury in his voice. And this time, his outrage wasn't aimed at the Conservatives. It was Keir Starmer's Labour Party in the firing line. But why? What did they do? And why is this being called one of the most blatant breaches of the Ministerial Code in recent memory? Stick with us, because the story behind this moment could shake public trust in how the next government handles power. Did you know that over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed to the channel? We totally get it. Life gets busy and sometimes it's easy to forget. But here's the thing, subscribing is completely free, and it really helps us keep creating the content you enjoy. So why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? It only takes a second, but it makes a world of difference to us. Thank you for your support. On Monday, June 2nd, Parliament was expected to be the first to hear the much-anticipated Strategic Defence Review, SDR, a comprehensive plan that lays out the UK's military priorities in an increasingly uncertain world. But instead, journalists and political editors already had the details. And Labour leader Keir Starmer? He had already held a media briefing about it, hours before the document was formally presented to the Commons. This is where it all went wrong. According to long-standing parliamentary convention, major government announcements must be made in Parliament first when it is in session. This isn't a suggestion. It's a principle enshrined in paragraph 9.1 of the Ministerial Code. And yet, Labour seemed to have bypassed it entirely. Sir Lindsay Hoyle was not going to let it slide. He took the floor and launched into a scathing rebuke. This shows complete disregard for the House and for the honourable members. He continued, clearly incensed, that the government, meaning Labour, the likely next party of power, had broken the trust placed in them by the House. And in a rare move, he invoked the Ministerial Code directly. The government appears to have breached the principle set out in paragraph 9.1, that when Parliament is in session, the most important announcements of government policy should be made in the first instance in Parliament. But let's rewind for a moment. What's in this Strategic Defence Review, and why is it so important? The SDR is a major policy document that outlines the UK's military strategy for the next 5 to 10 years. Defence spending plans. Procurement of new weapons and technologies. Global alliances, including NATO commitments. Cybersecurity initiatives and counter-terrorism strategies. In short, it's a blueprint for national security. And any leak, intentional or not, has huge consequences, both diplomatically and politically. By revealing details early to the press and holding a media event beforehand, Labour not only risked undermining parliamentary procedures, but also damaging public confidence in how sensitive national issues are handled. This controversy comes at a critical time. With the general election approaching and Labour polling ahead, the party is being closely watched. Keir Starmer has carefully cultivated an image of order, discipline, and integrity, in contrast to years of Conservative turmoil. But this move plays directly into the hands of his critics. Opponents are now asking, if Labour can't respect basic parliamentary rules before even being in power, what happens after? Is this a warning sign of excessive central control? Or just an unfortunate misstep? The backlash has been swift. Across political media, headlines have questioned Labour's judgment. Even traditional Labour-leaning commentators expressed discomfort at the apparent disregard for parliamentary norms. And while the Conservatives have faced their own controversies with Ministerial Code violations in recent years, this one hits differently, because it's coming from a party that's expected to clean up the mess. Some MPs are even calling for a formal apology or an investigation. As of now, Labour has not issued a direct apology to Parliament. Keir Starmer's team has defended their actions by saying they were communicating with the public, not attempting to bypass the House. But Sir Lindsay Hoyle's rebuke won't be forgotten easily. And the episode could set the tone for how Labour governs, especially on transparency and accountability. Will this dent Starmer's momentum? Will we see more scrutiny from the Speaker's chair in the future? One thing is certain. The traditions of Parliament still matter, and Sir Lindsay Hoyle just reminded us all why. What do you think? Was this a simple communications misstep, or a dangerous warning sign of how power might be exercised under a future Labour government? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with others interested in UK politics. Subscribe now to stay updated on the real stories shaping British democracy without the spin.